Okay, so what we have here is a blown W7. The coil is blown, so we're gonna try to rebuild this. I'm putting the coil in it, so we take all those wires, and you can kind of hear it right here. Listen, hear that crunch? Okay, so I'm gonna lay this down. First thing we're gonna do is we're gonna get the Allen wrench, and we're gonna get the one that takes this off. I'm not sure what size it is. That one. Too small. Too small. So this one's, so we're gonna get one just a little smaller than this one. So we're about slowly turn this. There we go. So we're gonna take this one off. See it unscrewing? See the screw? A little more. Okay, we got the screw out. Get that side out, put that right there. So then this should just move freely. Let's see. Come down towards me. And then, see that's wound right there? The leads for the coil. So we just push that in, see that? Push that in, and that was screwed in right there, see that? So I'm gonna turn this, opposite side, put it down, and I'm gonna copy the same thing. Take this off, and screw it. So we're slowly unscrewing this. There's some kind of like a, not thread lock, because if it was thread lock then it wouldn't come off, but something similar. There's some kind of residue on this screw to help hold it, which is good because you don't want it coming apart when you're playing it. So we're doing that. All right, so we got 2 of them done, just one for each side. And this is, I don't see markings. Can I see right there what that says? I might have to zoom in. That's the size of the Allen head that we used to remove these 2 screws, one on each side. So then this come towards me and just push it in. So push towards me. I mean pull. See? And then go down. Okay. So we get that done. Now we're going to, let's get this back so I can see this thing. Okay. So you hear it crunch, right? So we have a new spider. This is how the spider looks. I'll take this. All right. There's a spider. So this doesn't go in there. And then we have a coil. This is our coil. Into that, to the side. Here's the coil. It's in a tube to protect it, I guess, during shipping. Masking tape, so we take this off. Some painter's tape. Take that off. Take that off. Take that off. And then this should just kind of lift up. And this is our 13W7 coil. Our new one that we're going to put in. This is what the replacement looks like. These are going to be our speaker leads right here. There. Two for one side and 2 for the other side. Okay. So we're going to put this back up. So we're not going to do this right now. Put it back here so it's protected. Put the tape to hold it. Tape on the bottom. We'll bubble wrap this, or we'll just set this. Put it in. Okay, so we're gonna use that. The spider, we'll just do the spider right here on the side. Okay, so we got those the two leads done, right? So we got the two leads done. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna cut this old spider with a razor blade. There's not really much else we can do. So we're just kind of reach in here, and I don't know if you can see or not. And we'll just slowly just cut our way around. See that? So we're cutting in there. We're just cutting in a circle motion. Okay, so we gotta lift this up. We gotta move this little terminal thing. Squeeze our hand in there and just kind of, I mean, there's not really no other way to do this that I know of. There's some kind of secret that I do not know about, but okay, so we're almost at the other end. Set this up some. Okay, some more. And we got about a few inches left. Okay, there. We got that done. Now we're going to slowly lift this up. And you can see that coil is damaged goods. Look at that. Wow. So all the coil is in here. Damn. Oh wow. I've never seen one this bad. Put that right there. I can kind of see it right there. We're just kind of slowly pulling this up. Stand. We use a little W6 for a stand. Okay, so we're just keep picking all this up. So all this is the coil. So we got that done. Now we're gonna hit this with the vacuum real quick. Just right here. I'm gonna suck this up. All right. Now we're gonna put some masking tape on this to make sure nothing falls in there while we clean everything else. So I got masking tape. Now we're just gonna just put this in there. See, like that, or like this? Let's see, like that. Okay. Put some masking tape. And we're just gonna just go around this thing. So there's like little holes, slotted holes for the cooling. So we're just covering that. And then we're gonna cover this bottom part where the coil goes in. That way nothing goes in there. So we're just doing that. We are going to vacuum it again and stuff, you know, towards the end before we put it back together. So that's what we got so far. Our little piece that goes right here. There we go. So we got all that covered up. So you can kind of see it's covered up. That way nothing falls in there. See that? This is our old coil. Crazy, right? Crazy. Look at that. Okay. So now we're gonna move this right here. We're gonna move this sub to right here. We're gonna put this thing on top of that. Okay. Then we gotta take this off right here. So, okay, that is this trash. Okay, we'll just that's how that looks. There. And then now, what we usually do is, okay, so we're looking at, let's see, let me vacuum it here a little bit because it's kind of there's stuff everywhere. Then with these screws for I lose them or they get stuck in the vacuum. This tape. Let's finish getting this thing off real quick. That, and then we're gonna cut that. So that's more wire. Okay, we're gonna vacuum this top real quick. It's all full of metal shavings that were on the coil. Okay, back to here. So now, so we're gonna look at that, right? We see that, and we're gonna get this one back out. We just put this thing up. But what I usually do is we're gonna look at this distance. See this distance from here to here? We're gonna match that on here. That way we know where to put the collar. Okay, so you see that. So this collar, this piece in the middle, has to go right below these lines. See these lines? So like about right there, right? So we're gonna get a pin. There, and then that's, I already know what the measurement is, so we're using so when you get your measurement tool, you're gonna just measure this distance right there, and then you're just gonna go like that, and then right there. See these two lines? That line and that line? So that tells you where to put the collar. So the collar's gonna be right, the top of it's gonna be right here. Right here, see that? See right here? See the measurement? Right here, that's the distance. This looks like a hair smaller, but it's marked. So it looks smaller because it has a pencil line from JL. But we see, we're gonna put that, you know, there and there. See that? Okay. Put that to the side. Now we have now you can see the coil still goes in here. All this reddish, that's all the coil. So we have to remove that. So you can see right here where it's like double, where so it's like it's a piece and it's folded and it's going in there. So you can kind of there's different ways you can do this. The main thing you can do is kind of just like disassemble. So we're just kind of trying to take this apart. We have all this glue on here, that's why it doesn't want to cooperate. So let's take this off. So what we're trying to do is take off the old coil and keep the collar. There. Take that off. Now we gotta take this off right here. Coil, we just kind of just saw this. We don't want to damage the collar. Okay, that's that. So we're getting there. Now this piece you can easily just crush down. See, I'm crushing this and kind of just squeeze it in. See that? It's just paper. Okay. Yeah, a little bit of headway. See what we're doing? We're just pushing in. So go around a couple times and then in the way. There we go. And see, we took that off. So we took that off, right? So we kind of pushed it in. So we're just pushing, and this is a new one. We'll bend these back a little bit, and this one should slide. And but we had to clean it though. But let's see. We had to clean in here, but this thing slides in there. See that? Well, this didn't go in there just a little bit. See that? Remember that line we made? Remember this line? So this is in the slide in there like that. See that? Easy peasy. So now we're gonna sand this, and we gotta scrape this because there's like a little bit of layer of glue or residue. See that? See that layer of stuff? So we have to clean, now we're gonna clean that some. So this is our collar. So this is a collar, right? So this is an old coil. So we're gonna push the old coil in. See, I'm pushing it in. I'm pushing it in. I'm just pushing in. push in. And then in a minute we'll see. I'm just trying to pull this in. It's hard, man. I'm not using any, well, y'all see me, I'm just pushing this stuff in. There it goes. There. So pushing this in, circle. There, I got that off. See that? That's trash. So this is our collar. Now, when you look at the collar, you can kind of see right here where they solder it. See they solder it right here? So that's what we're trying to look for. We're gonna solder that. See how this looks similar? These little these silver tabs. See that? So that's right there. See that? So, but we gotta keep taking all this off, and this is the collar we're gonna use. We're gonna solder that because that solders into these speaker leads right here. See that? That goes into our leads. Okay. More work than I expected to do today, but you know, we try to show you different things so you can watch and learn or whatever you want. So in order to kind of just, let's see if I can scratch this. Okay, so we finished sanding it. We are back. And you can see the pin mark right there. Let me see, I can move this a little bit. But you can see the bottom pin mark and there's a top pin mark, remember? And we want that to match like it was in the original. See that? So the collar, this piece, this collar is gonna go right here on this line. So that way we have this gap and then this thing just drops in. And then we solder these to the collar. From one side of the coil, and this is for the other side of the coil for the terminals. Let's see how we did the gap. So we did a lot of sanding. Now we're gonna remove this, you can see. I'm gonna twist it. Nothing's glued in. There. So it's kind of forced in. See, we sanded in there. We use no chemicals, and then this is the line we went to. Remember the line? That top line? So that's how far it goes in right here. And this bottom one shows you, that's how the original was. That's where we're gonna put the collar. We're gonna put the collar right there. And that's it. I mean, it's not too complicated. It is a little bit, but not like, well, y'all can watch, get some, y'all might learn, might get your own tips and tricks or whatever, however you want to do it. Okay, so now we're gonna go back to this guy. Now this is a collar. Now this collar's has a lot of glue in it. A lot of glue. So now we just have to, you can see the old coil right here. Let's see. This coil, we're just gonna just cut this. We're gonna cut this right here in the middle. These are a little stronger, so we're gonna use these bigger colors. And we're just gonna just cut this right there. See that? See how I cut it? I just cut it. That's all I did. Now I'm gonna cut this again. We're not gonna harm the collar. The collar is like what you want. That's do not want to harm that. Cut this again. See a little gap, and we're gonna bite it, and I'm kind of turning it. See that? Do it again right here. I mean, there's different ways that people do this. There's a couple guys that fix subs. I'm not sure how they do it. Everybody has their own way. Okay. Now see the gap we're making? We're gonna put a little pick in there. Let's see if we can pull this down. I'm going down. It's a bunch of old glue here. Okay, there it goes. But we just want the collar. And the collar is right there on those leads. Okay. So you just have to be careful with this not to hurt anything. So we're just getting this, we're gonna bite it. Just kind of turn it. So we're biting it like that, and we're biting it and just turn it. Bite a little piece, turn it. That's what we're doing. Little piece, and just like a little turn. See that? A little piece, little turn. But you're not going to the collar. This is a collar. You do not want to mess that up. And then you'll be stuck looking for one to order or buying one from somebody. Okay, that was a big piece came off. See that came off? It's kind of chewed up, guys, but we're trying to clean this up. We're trying to remove this old stuff. And we're looking for the leads. Right there. Gotta be careful. You can't get impatient with this. You gotta take your time. Because you get impatient, you can mess something up. Okay, we got a bigger piece coming off. See that? So the collar's nice and clean now. And the solder part should be about right here somewhere. There we go. That's what we're looking for. See the solder? There we go. You guys see that, class? That's what we're looking for. See right there, solder? That's what we do not want to mess up. See that? See there was kind of flat? That's where the original coil was. See it's flat? See it's flat? And then this flat, this circle piece, that goes to these. So you gotta, and then you can see this part peeking out over here. See that? So we just gotta keep removing this, but we don't want to cut. We're just kind of just bend stuff. I'm just biting it, and I'm just kind of like just turning. I'm not cutting through it because I don't want to mess it up. So cut this. Just turn it just a little bit. Okay. This one should start peeking out now. Yep, right there. Back. Go. Come forward with this. We're just slowly taking this off. There, you can see right there. Now, if you look closely, you can see 1, 2 wires, and then 1, 2 wires. See that? So those 2 wires are going to get soldered to the flat pieces. So you can see right there, there's a flat piece. See that? So we're just take that off. Take this off right there. Like that. Okay. So now we're gonna get this piece, and this one should be able to cut in half. There we go. We got 2 of them. And this one, just grab it, just kind of turn it. So we're turning it. Now see these wires? We not harm the wires. That's the very important part. Using bite this right here. We're biting the plastic. We're not getting the wires. There we go. That's about it. Okay. There we go. That's 1. See that? I'm gonna get this side. There we go. I took that off. And that's 2. And then that's how it looks. See that? So you have these 2 leads that go to this. See it? 2 and 2, and then you see those little flat pieces of aluminum, the metal? That's what goes to the coil, the flat pieces. That's this right here. See that? That's what gets soldered. So this gets soldered, and then after you solder this, you put this to the side. We're gonna copy what they did, kind of like that sideways. See that? Solder it, and then we're gonna put it to the sides like that. Now we gotta keep cleaning all this up. So we got this side done, right? But you still see all that residue right there. All this old coil. See that? There's a bunch of it. So now we gotta keep going on this side and just keep doing the same thing. Pinch this and just kind of twist it. Pinch this and twist it. Oh, we got it right there on that side. Twist it. Okay. Come on, right there. And we're just basically just trying to get to the wires and just getting everything else rounded off. That's basically what we're doing. See that? That's 1, and the other one's hidden right here. You can see kind of the flat part. We always have to use these smaller ones to cut in here. Let's see. See if we can find it. Come on. Get it? It come off. See it's coming off? Cut a little more right. You just gotta grab this and just pinch it off. I'm not trying to cut, I'm just holding it and pulling. There, see that? We got all that off. And that's you wanted those two things. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. The collar. Now we just have to keep cleaning this collar. See this right here? We just have to keep cleaning this. And we could slide this. And then this should just slide, you know, let's see. This should just slide, you know, in there. And then it's gonna be on that one mark. So I'm just gonna clean this. Okay, so we got it sanded down, and we have the collar where it fits in there. See that? All we did is sanding and scraping. We have, remember the original pin marks? So I'm gonna slide this down. Let's see the pin mark. So we're gonna go up just a little bit. Remember? And the top piece is gonna go into here. Remember? That goes into this line. See that? So that goes into this line, and then these two, make sure it's straight. Nothing's glued in yet. And then these two, we have to solder. We have to solder these two. Solder this one. We have to clean up this old stuff. Solder there to there, there to there. Solder, well these go up, but solder that one to that one. This one go up here down to that one. Put glue, and that's it. See that? And that's done. And then you put the top on, and then this should just drop into, let's see. And then this should just drop into the W7. So this is gonna be just a test fit. So remember we have tape right here, remember? So we have tape. Remove this tape just so I can see. We still got some tape on there, but, so let's see, take this tape off. Okay, so we got the drop down, we got the new one in there. And we still had to clean the old spider, but you see this goes in, and then that should just go just like that. That goes out, that goes out, and see how that fits freely? See how that fits? See that? But then we put the spider there. So this comes off. Let's see. We gotta put the new spider. Okay, so this should be our new spider. We still have to remove the old one and glue it and stuff, but see, that goes like that. That's right here. So that goes like that. And this should just go right there. You probably got to trim this up a little bit. Yeah, we got to trim it. I don't know why they didn't trim it. Yeah, we have to trim this up just a little bit. And this slides in, and this stops at the collar. See the collar? So the collar is going to stop right there. Yeah, I don't know why they didn't do that. It's kind of annoying. So now we got to trim this thing up. Just on this one circle right here. So we're going to put this right here. I already kind of see what we have to do. This is one. Why did they do that? So we're gonna just trim this up. We're gonna just follow this line. And there's gonna be glue, so if there's like, if you mess up just a little bit, you don't have to panic. And you always cut less when you first start, that way you don't cut too much and then it doesn't fit. So we got this coil from, I forgot where, but we got it from somewhere. They fix speakers, but you can see this is a wrong fucking size. We bought one a month ago. We bought one a month ago from the Lord of Bass on eBay, and that one fit 100% perfect. And these guys that I bought this one from, they're supposed to be perfect and badass or whatever, but it's the wrong size. So see how to trim that up? No, see, this thing fits now. Is that gonna fit? Let's see. Up. You gotta cut just a little more. Okay, there. See how we did that? And then we're gonna put this right there. Like that. This. See that? And that's in there. We still gotta move the old spider, but that's in there. See that? No coil rub, no rattle, nothing. See that? You see that? You would hear the coil rub if it was rubbing. So then that's about it. So, you see how I cut it? We didn't have to cut too much. But still, you know, I mean, it should be cut for you. I mean, you're spending money on it, and it says for a particular sub, but it's not for that particular sub. I mean, it is, but you know, see that? And then these go screw back on. Remember, we're gonna solder these, glue it, put this top back on. See that? Glue that, and then we'll be back in business. See that? So I think we're gonna end the video here. This is part one, guys. So that's that. This is our old stuff that we took off. Yeah, from trash to treasure. See? So we're gonna stop here. We got to take this off later. This is part one. We're gonna put this together and make a part 2 video of fixing this W7. Thanks for watching, guys. Y'all like, subscribe, comment. Y'all want to see part 2? We're gonna make another part 2. Y'all comment. The more comments I get, the faster I upload the video. All right, guys. And if y'all have any questions, we are in Corpus Christi, Texas. This is where we're at. We do ship boxes throughout the U.S. This is our number. Y'all want to contact us? We can make you something. We make custom boxes all the time. Right now, our turnaround time is 2 weeks to build something. So that's our number. We have Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, all under the same name. But thanks for watching, guys. This is part 1. We're gonna make a part 2. And y'all just keep on base and watch the video, guys. Give it a thumbs up if y'all like this content. Thanks, guys.